We started with 68 teams and now we're down to 2. It's the Baylor Bears and the Gonzaga Bulldogs for the 2021 NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship. But before we discuss this matchup further, I tip my hat to the UCLA Bruins for an incredible ride. Cinderella almost made it to the finals if not for that insane heave by Gonzaga's Jalen Suggs. I mean, let's face it, there's no shame for a team that played in the first 4 to reach that far. After defeating Michigan State in the play-in, Mick Cronin's crew dominated BYU, Abilene Christian, and Alabama in the first 3 rounds. Then, they pulled off an upset against top seed Michigan in the Elite 8 to set up a dance with Gonzaga in the Final 4. They were with the Bulldogs all the way, even as overtime was winding down. Johnny Juzang made a putback to level the count at 90. Unfortunately, the clock struck 12 on UCLA as the Bulldogs move on to possibly win their second national championship. But how I wish that there was a battle for third place in the NCAA tournament and UCLA might have deservingly won that game. As for Gonzaga, well, sometimes you need luck in keeping an undefeated season alive. And this one is the classic example. After dominating the competition for the entire year, the Bulldogs were in the ropes against UCLA. However, great teams always find ways to win, and that Final 4 game is no exception. Even with that close contest, Gonzaga still has the best team in the nation. Mark Few's brand of basketball enabled them to win 31 games this season, and Suggs is just one of their vital cogs all year long. Forwards Drew Timme and Corey Kispert are the team's leading scorers at 19.2 and 18.8 points per game, respectively. Joel Ayayi is also chipping in 12.2 markers per contest, while Suggs adds 14.1. That balanced attack makes them a tough team to stop. In fact, they are the best scoring team in the nation at 89.2 points per game. To be the top scorer and defeat everyone along the way shows utter dominance for the Bulldogs. Come Monday, they aim to be only the 8th undefeated team in NCAA history. On the other hand, it seems that the Baylor Bears are coming in as the underdog in this matchup. However, they're the ones who are cruising through the tournament. The top seed defeated Hartford by 24 points and trashed Wisconsin to the tune of 76-63. In the Sweet 16, they defeated Villanova by 11 points. They also sent home Arkansas in the Elite 8 81-72. Then, the Bears put out a masterful performance in the Final 4 against the Houston Cougars 78-59. Indeed, Baylor's 75.2 points per game is nowhere near Gonzaga's average. However, you can't deny their defensive tenacity, for they are 7th in the nation in steals per game at 8.8, and they're the only team in the top 10 that has played 5 NCAA tournament games. The crew of head coach Scott Drew is led by their guard rotation of Jared Butler, MaCio Teague, and Davion Mitchell, who are scoring 16.6, 15.8, and 14 points per game respectively. Mitchell leads the team in assists with 5.5, while Butler is the sultan of swipe for the Baylor Bears with 2 per game. Expect Baylor to guard Ayayi, Suggs, and even Andrew Nembhard to limit their scoring opportunities. If they can trap them well enough, the guards of Gonzaga, then Baylor will limit the opportunities of Timme and Kispert to score. They will not have enough ammunition to match Gonzaga fire by fire, point by point. Therefore, they should have a defensive game plan that can limit Gonzaga to a minimum. But a glance at their journey in this tournament gives you a feeling that they're the only team that can limit the Bulldogs. Therefore, Gonzaga, if they want to keep their undefeated season and finish the year unscathed, they will be in a defensive dogfight against the Baylor Bears. This will be an interesting matchup between offense versus defense, favorites versus underdogs. But while they got us scared during their Final 4 match, I'm still picking the Gonzaga Bulldogs to win the national championship and complete their perfect season. But given how shocking the Cinderella teams are this tournament, perhaps Baylor will wear the glass flipper for the first time and replicate what low-seeded teams did in the early rounds. Shock the world with a win. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, please share this video to all your friends and to all sports freaks out there, and please subscribe to the What's on Sports YouTube channel. Once again, this has been your sports nerd Lance Fernandez that always tells you that life is a ball. Never give up until the final buzzer.